The A-Reece chat now is like, it's useless, bro. I feel like the A-Reece chat is useless, bro. Like, you can't always talk about A-Reece as a local artist. It's not big enough. He chose. This thing has been spoken of for the past 5 or 7 years, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
A-Reece is moving like this and this. And if he wanted to be like the superstar, he was going to change, bro.
This whole thing is kind of not right to put pressure on someone else who's at the top to kind of help out the people at the bottom. Because maybe they do. That's another thing. They might have their own artists that they're trying to push right now.
They're
now
focusing
you're
on
coming.
someone. Remember when he was
know what I
focusing
mean?
on Dapi?
Yeah, now you come in with this, hey, push me, and then you say, Kumaman didn't help you.
Being told that you have a small dick, it's... That thing, if you know it's true, if she's saying it to troll you, okay. But if you know now what is true, it's a problem. And also being told you can't operate.
When you're not in people's faces,
They forget about
you, bro. Like, no matter how good you are. Name one Kid song.
Yo.
Name one Kid song.
You know what's funny? Come on.
Marriage before sex. Would you ever do marriage before sex?
I have to test drive first, no.
Why?
So okay, my chat is I would never do marriage before sex. Hey, the world is so messed up to a point where you go against the Bible, dog.
Yeah, I'm asking you why. That's why I'm asking you why I would.
What I've noticed with Uncle Waffles and Kamompela is that they took their whole crew to the UK.
Yeah, shout
We're
out
talking
to
visas, flights. Yeah. Maybe some of them didn't even have passports, or maybe all of them they had. But visas, accommodation, food, and everything. Yo, before we say anything else, dog, on the 3rd, it was actually a 1-year anniversary of 24-Hour Podcast, dog. Shout out to everyone. Yo, dog, shout out to everyone who has been tapped in, bro. Like, 1,200 people is a lot of people, dog.
Yeah.
But when you look at it in YouTube numbers, Pela, it's a different chat. But having like 1.3 people.
Getting to 1,000 is a lot.
It's a lot, bro. Like, I'm grateful for everyone who has been supporting the show. Keep on supporting, guys. Make sure you are tapped in. Yo, what's currently trending right now, dog? What's on your mind? What have you seen on the screen that shocked you?
Not necessarily shocked me, but impressed me.
Okay.
And it's something that I've always held ground on with this like whole hip hop talk, right?
Yeah.
I love hip hop for like the raps, the bars, the whatever. But let's not forget, bro, hip hop is a job, and if you can't make money off it, what's the point? Like all this, like, let's respect hip hop, need bars, we need whatever. None of that doesn't pay any bills, if you're being honest, bro.
Once you become mainstream and you don't have a 9 to 5 and the only thing you do is hip hop, it's a job. It's not a hobby. It started as a hobby, but now it's a job. It's feeding you, it's feeding the family. So what are you leading on, basically?
My point is, like, I was watching the Cassper thing, actually, like, no. Like,
yeah.
It was just saying, like, yo, doesn't care about Kabelo from Soweto, talking about, Cassper's song doesn't have metamorphosis, osmosis.
That's for Soweto.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I understood. He's like, dog, like, I have a child, I have a wife, I have people that depend on me. I can't be sitting here dropping an 18-bar, whatever bar thing.
No one's going to listen to that.
No one's going to even listen to. Matter of fact, he's not even lying. He had that album of his where it was like all raps. Like
Solomon or something.
It's Solomon. I couldn't even name it. Name one song from that album.
Nah.
Name one song from that album. Right now, you watching right now. Name one song. You missed the metamorphosis of Masham. This is but his most commercial album, you can probably name like 5.
Solo fellow.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I'm like, dog, he's not lying, bro. He's not lying.
I think it went from being trying to be what do they call these people? What do they call this rap that's being Abo Rizin, Kendrick Lamar,
Yeah.
you know, trying to be that
Stogie T, the goat.
the goat, trying to be that person, it has different kind of level. If you are willing to live the simplest lifestyle, yeah, you can dab into that.
Yeah.
But Casper's life is expensive. You can tell the way he's living, the type of house that he has, the type of cars.
Yeah.
He's a father now.
Yeah, he's a father.
Gotta take care of the
Gotta
family.
take you to good schools as well, bro. You can't be like the top selling rapper at some point, and now like your kids can't even go to good school. Then what was the whole point?
What was the whole point?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was the whole point? And I'm talking to Kane Kid, dog.
What happened to Kane Kid?
I'm talking to Kane Kid, dog. Kane Kid, bro. Like, shout out to Kane Kid. He's got the bars and whatever. But those stuff, the Coopers are gonna sell more than you, King.
But Kane Kid say the same
Katana
thing.
are gonna
though.
sell more than you, though. Man, he said it, but he's not doing it, though.
Yeah, he did it on a feature, but that wasn't his song.
It wasn't his song, bro.
Yeah.
Name one Kane Kid song.
Yo,
Name one Kane Kid song.
you know what's funny? I have about 3 or 4 Kane Kid songs in my playlist. I don't even listen to them. I don't even know them. I don't even know
How
them.
did you save them then?
And it was during that time where I checked them. I was like, "Oh, this song is cool."
Yeah.
But I never like feel like I want to play Kane Kid. But I feel like let me play Jay Katana. Let me play Usima Mane. But Kane Kid, I think he hasn't fully penetrated the industry as yet. And going back to what you say, the type of music that is making is not tapping into the people.
Doesn't work in this day and age, bro. We're not there anymore, bro. Like, even the heavy hitter bars guys, they also have bangers, bro. Kendrick has bangers. He doesn't just rap the whole thing, bro. Why do you think, like, it's like songs like Humble, DNA?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because he understands, bro. You can't just be rap, bro.
And talking about Kendrick, in most of his album, the hype songs, they are the one that gets the music videos because that's what the people want to listen to.
It's just how it works.
Think about on that Mr. Morale, if he made a music video of that one, Father Time.
Yeah.
It wasn't gonna work. I'm sorry to say this, but I feel like it wasn't gonna work. As much as people love that song, it talks to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But in terms of commercializing that song,
it wasn't gonna
it's a different shit.
It wasn't gonna get as many views. That's facts.
I mean, what I didn't like what Cassper, okay, basically not that I didn't like it, but what he said about A-Reece, I felt like
I didn't hear what did he say about A-Reece?
He said A-Reece is not an A-lister artist. This thing of him playing mysterious, then now he performs here, people are happy to see him because he's been in the booth. People haven't been seeing him and all of that, you know. He's not an A-lister because of that. And he also mentioned the fact that, excuse me, when was the last time you heard that A-Reece perform in Venda? A-Reece perform in Newcastle, you know? He's always moving in the small spaces. But for me, the reason why I'm saying I don't like what Cassper said is because that is useless information. And why am I saying it's useless information? For the past 5 or 7 years, this thing has always been said about A-Reece. If you wanted to change, you should have changed long time ago. If you wanted to be commercial, you should have done that long time ago.
Yeah.
So now, always the A-Reece chat now is like, it's useless, bro. I feel like the A-Reece chat is useless, bro. Like, you can't always talk about A-Reece as a local artist. It's not big enough. He chose. This thing has been spoken of for the past 5 or 7 years.
Yeah, that's right.
A-Reece is moving like this and this. And if he wanted to be like the superstar, he was going to change, bro.
What is A-Reece's booking fee?
Do you think
it's like, can you like Google it? Maybe it's like public information. You know, the reason why I'm asking.
Yeah.
I feel like, yes, A-Reece didn't do enough, but I think the way he moves is one of the strategies to do this thing, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you an example of like Frank Ocean, right?
Okay.
Frank Ocean put out 3 projects. The one with the BMW, Channel Orange, and his most popular one, Blonde, right? Those are 3 albums.
Yeah, Blonde,
And he hasn't done anything after that. Frank Ocean comes out the gate. He wants to go perform at whatever. Don't you think they'll blow it back just to get Frank Ocean?
But does A-Reece have the
No,
Frank
that's what
Ocean?
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like he didn't do enough. You know what I mean? Like, we look at what? Like, for me, he's most best. Like, okay, the slimes will come at me, they'll tell me 21 and over is best or whatever. But for me, the one that obviously Paradise, the classic.
Yeah.
People love Paradise. I'm not one of those people. I wasn't in the
you went tap
A-Reece
into
train.
A-Reece
Yeah,
at that
so
time.
I don't like. I've tried to listen to it. It's not my favorite one. Is the one where I don't know if his name Samurai something. It's like it looks like that thing. Yeah, Kanye man, like that Kanye. There's like drawings and whatnot. That's
That
my
Wyoming
favorite one.
thingy.
Yeah, the one with family dichotomy and all of that is my favorite one. And funny enough, today somebody put I don't know if this is true, but check it as well. I wanna. His most streamed album was that album. I don't know if that's facts, but you can check
Which
it
one?
on
This Today's Tragedy.
Yeah, Today's Tragedy is the most streamed one, right? And that's my favorite one.
Okay.
You look at Paradise, you look at that, you look at all the tapes that he has. Out of all the tapes that he has, which song is like a cult classic, bro? Like a classic way. Like if it steps on, everyone is singing it, everyone is banging it.
The last A-Reece song that was like that, for me, I feel like it's Meanwhile in Haiju.
Meanwhile in Haiju, yes. And that was a long time
In
ago.
all of this album that it dropped after this, he hasn't had that song that was hitting the screen everywhere. And DJ used to complain in radio that A-Reece doesn't even submit his songs on radio.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is I think he hasn't done enough to be able to do that mysterious thing, bro.
Okay, the way
you
he's
can
moving,
do, you can do that mysterious thing where like, hey, when A-Reece comes out, yo guys, we're getting A-Reece, it's up.
Yeah,
we're getting Frank Ocean, it's up. You can do that. You know what I mean? And I think for the most part, before like, you know, Kendrick came out of hiding with the Mr. Morales and the whole Drake beef or whatever thing, I think Kendrick was at that point. Like if Kendrick comes out, he's doing a show, it's up.
He tells you today that
You know
tomorrow
what I mean?
I'm dropping.
Yeah,
and
it's up.
The whole world is waiting.
And I don't know if that's what A-Reece was going for. If that's what he was going for, I don't know. I don't think it succeeded, man. Like, I honestly don't think it succeeded. But if, I don't know, guys, like you said, there's something also that you said earlier on, like, you know, like some people, they just want to just live a good life. Does he not have a crib? Does he not have a house? Right now, he's also a parent as well.
Yeah, as a father.
Is he not able to support for his kids? If all of those things is check, and he's happy with it, hey, it is what it is. Some people don't want the top spot like that commercially, and that's okay.
They don't care about breaking records. They just want to
care
make
about
a couple of millions with the family. That's it.
That's okay. If you want to be a Pusha T, that's okay.
Hey, Mara, A-Reece has been moving kind of weird. I remember in the first Iverson in Durban, I was still in uni. He came late to Nasty C's show, and then he said, "Can he close the show?" Why would you want to close my show? Why would you want to close my show, dog? Come on, bro.
There's some ego inflation that happens, but it's hip hop. That's how it is.
Wait, there's a sound that's coming with sight.
Is what?
There's a sound.
It's coming from the laptop.
How?
Yeah, he's playing la me, but Young Thug.
Dropping, dog.
It's gonna be weird. It's not gonna sell that thing. Matter of fact, forget about Young Thug. He's gonna drop later. Let's talk about Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's dropping tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Real niggas move silent like lasagna.
Lil Wayne is dropping and no one is talking about that album.
The Cara 6, ne?
No one is talking about it. Bloggers are not talking about it. The Shade Room is not talking about it.
Wait. Is there a Drake feature?
The features that have been, I'm gonna get to. I was gonna get to that. Let me actually just get into it, right? And I think there's certain like chess plays that Lil Wayne has been doing with this album that don't make sense. I mean, it's the features, for example, as you were asking. No, there's no Drake to answer your question.
Yeah.
There's Miley Cyrus. There's was it Machine Gun Kelly? There's who else? I forgot. But it's a whack list, bro. To me, dog, the Carter 6 should be Lil Wayne's closing chapter. And how you close it off?
Bring back Young Money.
You bring back Young Money, dog.
Bring back Batman also,
Bring
dog.
Birdman. He rubs his hands and he gets his money's worth. He create a moment. There's no moment around this album.
If he was gonna bring Drake, Nicki,
bring Tiger as well.
Bring Tiger.
Those three were the biggest artists in the.
Lloyd had the best
vocals.
The best vocals at the time, dog.
Yeah.
He should have just recreated. You remember Bedrock?
Yeah.
Just bring back the whole squad, make one song, the main song of the whole album.
That was a different time. I don't think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But there's no like OG features that you heard of.
There's no OG, dog. Put people on, bro, that we want to listen to, that we haven't heard in a while.
But Miley Cyrus was the J's on my feet, girl. Anything after that, there was nothing.
Dog, Miley Cyrus was using black culture to get on top, and as soon as she got on top,
she went back to her roots.
Yeah,
same as Post Malone.
Same as Posty.
Yeah,
and that's just how it is. It's like
I remember when Post Malone flipped, he dropped an album, and I went to listen to it. I was like, what the heck? from beer pongs to, but I'm like, he's returning to his people, bro.
My exes live in Texas. Hey, it works. It works for him. Yeah, and I feel like, man, there's no hype around. The only people, matter of fact, even I didn't like know until there's these two guys that I watch, Rob Mark and Wayno. Those are like the two guys that I listen to, like hip hop wise, because their opinions are very like unbiased,
broad,
very broad. Those are the only broilers that put it out there, like, yo, Lil Wayne, what's happening? No one's talking about this album. What's actually happening?
But remember, Lil Wayne never even supported Drake during that whole thing. So, and Drake was on a mission to cancel everybody. And I was gonna be hurt if I was Drake, considering the fact that I bought this nigga a $53 million house. I remember there was this mixtape Lil Wayne dropped. I think it was 2017 2019, around there. Yeah. On every song he had a voice note.
Yeah.
So there was a voice note that he was talking about of Drake. Drake bought him a house for 50 mil. 50 mil. And then the only thing you could have said is just like, my nigga ain't moving like that. Done.
That's it. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening, but what I know is
that's
my nigga that doesn't move like that.
That's it. Yeah.
Done, bro.
It. It's like you, if you were to have like allegation, I'd be like, yo, I've been hanging with this bro. I stayed with him at some point. This is how he moves around women. This doesn't sound like him.
Simple. It's not biased. It's not finish.
Based on what I know, this is not how this nigga would be moving. Keeps quiet. Don't play about not like us during your show. Don't get on vlogs and interviews. Say like, no, I didn't know that song was a diss song.
Who didn't know that not like us was a diss song?
What do you mean?
He was acting stupid.
And then the whole thing when like the Super Bowl thing coming, him crying about it. And I'm like, dog, you're crying about this and being robbed, but you didn't even stand with your own nigga, your own old colleague, your own, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody, like you said, bought you a whole house, bro. Like, sharp. Drake's moves dirty. I know, like, you clapped your girl when you were in jail, but it is what it is, dog. It is what it is. It is what it is, dog. Like, what's more worth it, bro? Because at the end of the day, like, he secured your spot, bro. Like, right now, you have a house to go sleep. You have like somewhere to call home, bro.
Nah, I feel you, dog. Let's take it back to the people. Let's take it to Piana, dog.
Yeah.
Uncle Waffles was performing in the UK. Same as Gamompela was also performing in the UK. Okay. And what I've noticed about these two people...
Are we done with Cassper? Sorry to disturb you.
Are we done with honest? So what I've noticed with Uncle Waffles and Gamompela is that they took their whole crew to the UK. We're talking visas, flights. Maybe some of them didn't even have passports, or maybe all of them they had. Visas, accommodation, food, and everything, and all for stage presence value, like production value. And that's beautiful, bro.
So beautiful.
That's beautiful, dog. Like I'm seeing some of this bruiser from Soweto, what. Maybe one of them has never even left the country. Now because you are a dancer, you know, you are pushing the culture. You ended up going to the UK to perform and push the culture. I felt like that was a beautiful thing for me to see, dog.
It's for me, it's people who invest in their own craft. You know, when they say someone puts in like the time, the energy, the money, the research, the resource, I need to do this and that, who can I talk to, type of thing. That's for me, that's those three ladies. Actually, I'm gonna put Tyler on there. As well. Although I feel like Tyler should be doing more that she isn't. I don't know what's actually happening right now. I mean, she also released a song you probably don't even know.
Oh, with that other guy that we don't know. I saw that
she
song.
She released a song, but I don't know. Like the moves are a little shaky. They're not, but nonetheless doing well on the Met Gala, doing all those things. Those three ladies are really investing in themselves. I don't see that with everyone else, which is very concerning. Besides, obviously, Black Coffee, but Black Coffee been doing that, you know.
But Black Coffee has been putting DJs on. For him, he doesn't need people to be on stage. But he was taking the three-step brew, the house brew to Ibiza and all of that. So now he was putting the kids on.
No. I'm saying in terms of like investing in yourself, like making yourself a star. Getting all that money that you got, instead of going out there buying the big cars, doing this, impressing people, you took all that money and invested in your crew, taking them out to other countries. Okay, which spots can we go and perform at? Let me buy my crew costumes, clothing, food, all of that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about putting people on. Yeah, Black Coffee been doing that, but also in terms of investment, he's been doing that. Like going to Ibiza, going to stay there for whatever amount, because I'm sure, like maybe I might be wrong, but I'm sure at some point he had to be there paying himself, like using his own money from his pocket to stay in those hotels, you know what I mean? To a point where they're like, nah, let's give you a residency in whatever club,
at least,
you know what I mean? So I don't see that happening with anyone else, which I don't know why, bro.
Let me ask you this. Have you noticed that an Amapiano song, for it to be a viral hit, there has to be Pori, Kabza, Stokey, them two. But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if
the OGs,
if let's just say Tracy, you know Tracy, right? The vocalist, or Tato Hatsi, she can move from all of them and create her own song. No matter how beautiful that song is, it's usually never a hit. And I hate that about Amapiano. I feel like it's surrounded by the OGs of Amapiano. If they don't have a sprinkle on your song, it doesn't really go far.
Okay, but let's evaluate what you just said right now, right? You say, let's say Tato has put out a song, right?
Yeah.
And it's a banger.
Yeah.
What does she then do to make sure that this song is in everyone's faces?
I mean, the PR and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, fair, valid.
What does she do with it? Because I'm sure Tato Arts gets booking. Maybe it might not be as crazy as a Pori, right?
Yeah, it can't be the same.
She might get maybe 5K, 10K, whatever the amount, right? But what is she doing with that?
Okay, I get you. But another thing, sometimes this big artist, when you push a song that they are not involved in, and they know you are upcoming, they don't help you to push that song. Because remember, sometimes a post from Mahu can bring a couple of maybe 10,000 people to listen to the song. Yeah. From Puri, from Kabza, you know. But sometimes these artists, when they are not part of the song, they focus on their thing, which is tough, man.
It's tough, bro. Everyone has their own things that are going on. There's also this jealousy as well. People don't want to be taken off the top spot as well. But I don't think it's this whole thing is kind of not right to put pressure on someone else who's at the top to kind of help out the people at the bottom. Because maybe they do. That's another thing. They might have their own artists that they're trying to push right now. Now you're coming.
Remember when he was focusing on Dapi?
Yeah, now you're coming with this, hey, push me, and then you say, Kumaman didn't help you. Maybe they were also still busy with their own artists, you know? That's a possibility as well. Like I said, I'm going to ask this question again. Like, the people that have at least have some some clouting. We know them, maybe they're not as big. What are you doing with that, bro? Like, start off small. Like, do a tour, bro. Say like you're touring around Jersey. Hit up every club for 7 days straight. One club every single day. Do it, dog. Even if it's painful, it's not paying you anything.
That'll be dope.
Do it.
That'll be dope.
You everywhere, dog.
Think of this. You see where there's leave, there's cocoon. It's like close. Speak with those clubs from here to next one.
Yeah.
And
the next day, you know what I mean? Like, go with that. Even
biggest club in Joe's.
The biggest club, even if they don't pay that much. But the one thing that I said last time, I'm not gonna mention his name because you're gonna say I'm hating. I'm not doing that again. One thing I said last time was, when you're not in people's faces,
we forget
about you, bro. Like, no matter how good you are, we don't forget about Por because he's out there and you know lyrics, dancing, you know what I mean? Like, we don't forget because he's everywhere, dog. There's always something about Por. There's always something about the McG podcast. Yeah. There's always something about whoever, dog, because they understand, like, you being in front of people's screens is so important, bro. Because people forget, someone else will come. You see, this Sagala Vuma right now is big, right? But
you
if
can't ignore that song.
But if he stops,
he's saying he's dropping a 7-track EP. He's working.
He must step on people's necks while he still has the chance.
Yeah, that's true, man.
And I feel like people they get into this. Yeah, but I get it. Like, some have like higher hopes and like, okay, I linked up with Kelvin Momo, my career, sure, going
it's
up.
not. It doesn't work like
that. It doesn't work like that, bro. As in, whatever moment that you have. Last year, what did she have? She had that Bogogo song. She had what else did she have? Yeah, whatever.
This year she has Abantwana Bakho with Kabza. There's also another one dropped with Heavy K. It's a 3-step. It's a nice song. I actually listen. That song, I won't lie, that song is boring until Tato Hearts starts singing.
Starts jumping on.
Yeah.
Another person that I'm very impressed with, that understands, and I feel like people miss this whole thing, is Z Ngumala, dog.
Shit.
Z, when it comes to PR, she's dope, dog. This song, dog, they created a whole feel of that they in a relationship to push the song, dog. Yeah. And that's how it's supposed to work, bro.
That's music, bro.
It's music. It's acting. It's PR. It's media. It must, even if you need to like get with someone and you guys take cute pictures, make films, multiple posts,
it's business,
whatever.
Bro. It's gonna make us money.
Are people talking about you? Are people talking about that song? Yes. Then you're winning.
Yeah.
Then you're winning. No,
bro. Before I say this, can you dip me up first? Dip me up. Yeah. We got Papa Pen in Parliament, dog.
That's how people who are winning. We're winning.
We got Papa Penny in Parliament.
We're winning.
And people are saying we got Papa Penny in Parliament before GTA.
Shout out to
Papa Penny, dog. Shout out to Papa Penny. Yo, there's this thing that I'm always saying that people usually say the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know, right? Mm-hmm. But for now, I'm referring to ANC. And people voted for ANC because of the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. Do you want to know how I voted? I had two parties in my mind. I flipped a coin in the station.
That's great.
I'm telling you.
Bro flipped the coin
between two. I flipped the coin, dog, because...
This was the one vote that you guys needed, and this guy flipped the coin for it.
Bro, that's how crazy politics is. And when you look at how things are happening, Ramaphosa doesn't respect us as a country.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't respect us as a country, dog. I even saw tweets of people saying they feel like Ramaphosa is being set up, then DA will do a motion of no confidence. And then DA will become maybe the president or something, which is possible, but I don't know, man. But I feel like he doesn't respect us as a nation, man.
Nah. Ramaphosa has been rubbing shoulders with his white friends for a very long time. He's become one of them.
It was actually before Mandela came back from prison. I actually read a story about it, but it's crazy, man.
Ramaphosa is never a victim in this situation, bro.
He's always making money.
He knows what he's doing. He's never a victim. Sometimes he may play the oh, silly me, I didn't know part, but
he always knows.
He's never the victim. He knows. I said he didn't know last time when he went to the Starlink thing, but I thought about it. I'm like, nah, he knows.
He had a brief.
Exactly what is gonna go on. So, dog, we chose the wrong person, unfortunately. He was very promising, but hey, it is what it is.
It was the chat of how if we get a billionaire to be a president, he won't chow the man.
Yeah, no,
But
it made sense. But we forget the billionaires are actually the most greediest people. I don't even want to.
Hey, they're most greediest.
They're most greedy than anyone. Like the more they get rich, they just want more money.
Look at how
It's
Elon
like,
Musk
oh,
turned.
geez.
Remember when it was Tesla?
Yeah.
And SpaceX and all of that, where he was bringing all this technology innovation. People used to love that, bro. He was actually a fan, bro.
Yeah.
Until he started getting more money.
Yeah.
More money. It changed from trying to be innovative and everything to all being about power.
If it ain't about the money, don't be calling my phone over here.
You know, they also demoted Floyd Shivambu from
Floyd
yeah. Because remember, I think a month or 2 months ago, Floyd went, I don't remember the country, but he went to see Bushiri. And remember, Bushiri is wanted in this country.
Yeah.
Bushiri is wanted. He has pending cases in his country.
Yeah.
And the fact that he went there and he went to see Bushiri, he betrayed the whole country.
I was there to beg Bushiri to come back so they can arrest him. Do the right things, my guy.
Come back home.
Come back home. Bushi.
Man of God.
Man of God. come home.
And then now people are saying
Floyd, guys.
they used Floyd Shivambu to get a portion of people from EFF. Remember, because when Floyd Shivambu left, he was not happy, and they also thought Julius Malema was not treating Shivambu right. Obviously, when Shivambu moves to EFF, maybe he goes with like 50,000 or 100,000 people. We don't know.
Yeah.
You know, so people are feeling like he was used to go into EFF. At the same time, Floyd Shivambu doesn't get along with Duduzile Zuma or something. Jacob Zuma's daughter.
Yeah.
They don't get along. So now it's a different chance. But he's still going to be in parliament.
To be honest, man, like parliament, the politics chat, it's annoying.
It's annoying, yeah.
It really is annoying.
It's a chess game. And we are the puppets.
It's annoying because, like, hey, we keep talking and talking and talking and talking, and time is moving, no solution. The roads are corroding more, the buildings are corroding more. We're getting old, the kids are not getting fat, people are not going to school. It keeps going and going and going.
Doesn't change.
We're going to be having the same chat 5 years from now, which is kind of depressing. Like, I saw, like, they're going to be giving these guys $3 billion to renew the CBD, Jersey CBD. None of that money is going to Jersey CBD.
That's a waste of money.
If you're a baddie right now, then get on your game, my sister.
Politician.
Get on your game, my sister. You're about to charge this money.
You'll get a polo.
You're about to charge this. If you're a baddie, now if you've been an aspiring baddie but you were not sure, 3 billion is coming, my sister. 3 billion is coming. Buy nice clothes. Sheen way, my sister. Sheen howl. You do the things, my sister. I'm telling you, that 3 billion is coming to you guys.
Okay, for you,
it's not going to the city at all.
What do you think should be done to improve Joe's CBD?
For starters, remove the people that are not supposed to be there, that are not paying, that are
those illegal buildings and everything.
Illegal buildings, selling drugs. Clear out all those spots.
And then take them away.
If they are South Africans, they need to go home.
Okay.
If there is a home, they need to go home. Alternatively, because which is another thing I'm gonna get to. There's people in the streets. You build a home. In America, they have these things, these shelters, right? Where you go sit there. There's like soups and whatnot. There's like a funding where you get the basic stuff. Yeah. People go stay there. There's no one roaming around in the city. If you're roaming around, they find you in the city sitting. You need to have an explanation why are you on the road when there's like a home,
construction
right?
and that thing.
There's a place where, and then the people that are working or whatever that are staying in those buildings, they need to go home, go whatever, and then they need to move to these places after they're renovated.
Yeah.
After they're renovated, we renovate these things to create a new culture in the city. Make it like Cape Town, man. I want to walk in CBD, dog. Like I don't want to be always feeling like the only place I can feel like I can walk
Bram.
and it's Bram and that little portion. You see that portion between Chickies, ne? And you go up, Chickies, KFC. You go up to Vets area. It ends there. After that, I am not going anywhere. I am not holding my phone.
Even that side, once it gets dark, the students are scared.
Once it gets stuck, and that's an issue. And once it gets stuck, they're afraid of the Amapara.
And if there was a home,
if there was a home, you get cars secured. Like how like your suburban areas work. You get a car, it roams around. If it finds you walking in the streets, you're not from that area. They ask you, where are you? Where are you going? All of that. I'm going to the. Obviously, not everyone, because some you would see like, okay,
if you look suspicious,
if someone just looks suspicious, you see say, para, this one, you're para. Why are you not in this thingy? Let's get rid of. Let's have that whole area. Get rid of illegal people that are not supposed to be there. Go home. They must go home. They must come properly. They must register to come back to the country. Remove all those drug lords and whatnot, and unregistered businesses. They must also be removed, closed down, shut down until you can provide permitted and pay tax and all of that. That's the first thing I think that needs to be done, and then we can renovate the buildings.
Yeah, because it needs to be cleared before anything can start.
It needs to be cleared. You can't build on shaky ground. The ground is shaky, so you must clean up, wipe out everyone.
Most of those buildings actually needs to be demolished.
Okay, that's a little bit extreme, but
no, like some of them are damaged to a point where you can't renovate.
You can't renovate,
demolish. But some they can be renovated.
Like hillbilly area buildings and whatnot. Most of them, they've
But you remember when we walked into Hillbrow the other time, that place, when you imagine it 10 years or 20 years, it looks beautiful.
The architecture in those buildings, guys.
Some of the buildings look like the New York type of buildings, but it is what it is, bro. And
it's ruined now. The windows are broken. There's this one where we saw it had like this balcony kind of like structure. Some of them are falling apart. And I'm like, yo, guys, like this you can see this building used to be like it used to be, you know.
Actually, like some nice people with money used to stay in those.
Yeah, actually, Hell, bro. Yeah. Back in the days, it was an expensive.
Same as South Beach, Durban. It turned into a mafia area now.
Hey, South Beach now, it turned. But you know what's the thing? Crazy part about South Beach, we always knew that something was brewing, even when we were there in school. Like this area is gonna turn bad. It was gonna no. Like the scariest part was Point. Point was like, don't go there. But South Beach, it was more of like you must just check the codes. Mara, if something was brewing, but now it's like, hey, that thing is brewed
everywhere.
Everywhere. I know. Durban, that's another place that's falling apart, guys. Durban, the buildings are.
Yeah, it's falling apart, man. The only thing that's left is the beach because they have a beach. But in terms of the buildings, like you can't take a person to Durban and give them a walk at South Beach. You need to take them to maybe Blue Lagoon, North Beach, Umhlanga, Palito. That's where you would also feel safe.
You might be going to Durban later on this year with my family. I know I'm not taking to them to South. If I want to know,
not beach is the only way, dog. Not beach is the only way.
We'll just go.
It's quiet also.
Well, besides, South Beach is nice at like Ushaka and onwards. You see those like nice new buildings and construction. Yes, those are really nice.
Waterfront or something.
Yeah, those are really nice. But everything else in between, before
you will see yourself.
Before Ushaka, you will see yourself, my brother, my sister.
You're talking about Durban. There's this artist in Durban. He's called Captain or Captain. He's singing exactly like Mampincha. And Babes addressed this thing. He was saying he feels like this guy is trying to replace Umampinch. He uses the same catchphrase.
He bites the whole thing.
He bites the whole thing.
It's like those niggas where you buy a quarter, you're like, nah, take a piece. Instead of taking a piece, the whole thing. He buys the whole thing.
So Babes is concerned that he feels like this guy is trying to replace his husband and it doesn't sit well with him. He actually mentioned that in her reality show. DJ Tira.
Yeah.
DJ Tira in that reality show, he looks so fucked up. He looks so drunk. He didn't care, bro.
Bro, it's Chicky Chai in the alcohol.
and Drake, and I mean, not even Drake, man. Babes even said, how would you feel? How would your wife feel if you pass on and then someone comes and say, chick, chick, chick. Oh, but how would you feel?
No, but like, okay, but there's also paying homage, bro. Like, look at Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke was 50 Cent, was a new age 50 Cent. I get it.
He came with something new,
the whole thing. Yeah, he came with something new. He rapped on drill, but the way he sounded was like how 50 sounded at some point. Like even him he would speak about it like 50 is he's like inspiration and all of that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but when you have to like bite the whole thing, that's a different shit. Like take some style, show like you're inspired by Mang Mang Man. Biting the whole thing. Bro, it's like since you're not here, I'll become you. Niggas are weird, dog.
All I can say is, South Africa is still small in terms of music.
Yeah.
In the States, they bite.
They bite.
They bite. They bite your personality even.
Did you see that girl biting Ice Spice?
Yeah.
The whole thing, dog.
There's also this other guy, this new guy, is called Ukinola. He sounds like Juice WRLD. From head to toe, even the songs. South Africa was still small in terms of music, bro. Like,
but also the thing is with biting is it doesn't get you anywhere. If you're being honest, like there's no one who's ever like bit somebody's style like from top to bottom and is succeeding. They'll have their little clicks there and there, the song there and there, and then people are gonna like man, now. You know what I mean? So like I don't really think there's anything for babes to be really worried about. Let the broela do his thing, and I'm telling you, like I don't even know him. Like if you didn't talk about this thing,
he has 5,000 followers on Instagram. That guy.
Yeah, it's not gonna go. There was also this other guy as well. I think he's Indian or something. He's doing this AKA style. Like every time, like people on the comments section, like, "Oh, you remind me of AKA, man." It's not going anywhere. Yeah, you can't buy it, dog. Like at the end of the day, there's a reason people love that person, and you wanting to be like him is corny, bro.
Yeah. Next thing he'll say,
it's really corny.
Next thing he'll do a song with Maporis. He'll say, "Danke Maporis for featuring
me." Instead of Mlila, Amanzi.
Hey.
Moya, whatever.
Be inspired. Be inspired. Do not bite.
Yeah, don't bite the whole thing. That thing never works. Like I've never seen anyone that has taken somebody's flow. You stole my whole flow, head to toe. But I don't know what this is. What that's
word for word, bar for
bar, word for word. Oh shit!
Charlamagne was so surprised. Like, oh shit!
Charlamagne is a troll. You know what he was doing.
Nah.
He knows exactly what he was doing.
I think in the US, Charlamagne is one of the greatest radio interviewers of all time.
Yeah. We were talking about this, like, where that, before the Super Bowl, they should have gotten Charlamagne to interview Kendrick.
On that April interview.
So interesting.
Yeah, it was going to be interesting.
Because the other guy was very, like, industry-wide. So when you made this song, what inspired you? I like the way you get inspired.
I like the way you do math.
It can't be that good, my G.
To do that job, they gave him the questions. Like, we want you to push this narrative.
It makes it boring. It doesn't become like I can't even think. Truthfully speaking, I can't even think about any of a Kendrick Lamar interview that I can like think of, and then say it's iconic, bro.
Yeah, he doesn't have.
He doesn't have any iconic, and which sucks. It's like, yo, dog, just show your personality. That's the thing I kind of have gripes with Kendrick.
Like you don't know him.
Yeah, like I see like his and glimpse of like who he is, and I get it. As an artist, you must have like a mysterious aura, but like sometimes like let us know you a little bit. Like, are you funny? Are you? We don't know.
As a support, sometimes like, I feel like I don't know you that much.
Yeah, go on a stream where you feel free when you're talking like, Kendrick's like this. Oh, this bro is actually funny. He's actually, you know what I mean? We don't have that, and it's like, you know. It doesn't work, that thing anymore, bro. Like, it doesn't work anymore, dog.
I will see what 2026 has for him, because 2025 is almost chai. Hey, we're in June, dog.
He must drop an album.
I'm sure he's working on something.
He must drop an album if he really wants to pounce on this thing and become
being the Messiah,
the Messiah, the
Savior.
He must pounce. He must drop an album because, yeah, GNX did its round. Luther's doing his thing, but he's still. The thing is with him, his goatness is still so connected with Drake, bro. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's like, connected with the beef and
yeah. There's no him as the GOAT standing alone. What moment was so goated of him? Besides the Pulitzer and all of those other things, but we know things like Grammys and whatnot, favoritism. And people like
Grammys don't really, having so many Grammys doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, you can't rap go, I use a Grammy as a doorstep and get a Grammy. Drake. You can't rap go, you piss on Grammys and get a Grammy. Drake. So, yeah, they're not going to give you a Grammy if you're talking crazy about them, dog. What's his name?
Kanye pissed on a Grammy and then he won one. And then after that, he didn't win anything. Yeah.
They don't like that, bro. They can't invite you when you're disrespecting.
I think the Grammys give it to you when it's too obvious that if it wasn't Drake here.
Yeah.
But
sometimes no.
Yeah, sometimes they move.
Sometimes no. No. Sometimes they ignore you.
You know, the way we need money right now, ne? Like I need money so bad. If they would put 10 million here, ne? In a line of cocaine. Say you do the line, you get the 10 million. Just one line.
But a line of cocaine is nothing, though.
I would do it, man.
I'm talking about a bag. For a line of cocaine, you get hired like 6-7 hours, and you.
But I remember if they give you the weak stuff, you want more tomorrow.
The show, we don't know anything about cocaine. How long has cocaine actually hit you guys? Like, write it down in the comment section. Like honestly, how long? Because I know things like gummies.
Yeah, it can take a couple of hours and all of that.
Gummies and like brownies and all those sort of things. But like things like meth, cocaine, and all of those things, like how long does it actually last?
That's what I actually want to know.
Yeah?
If they would give me this deal, I would hit the line.
Ecstasy as well. Oh, I almost did ecstasy at one point. I was like, nah.
What the fuck, bro?
No. This is way too much. Well, I didn't almost did it. They offered me, and I was like, nah.
Oh, like bro, hitting it next to you.
No.
Like,
yeah. We were at this one club, and
I mean, at the moment, I knew I would never smoke a cigarette or weed in my entire life. It was in high school. I had friends that were day-to-day smokers, and I would chill with them. I wouldn't even smoke.
Yeah.
And after that, I told myself, if I would smoke here, I would be weak. All of that 5 years in high school, I'm sitting with niggas. Then now I turn out, it won't work.
The birds of the feathers don't always flock together. Same feathers don't always flock. I'm not a fan of smoking, but I like gummies. Gummies are nice.
They make you feel nice, huh?
Yeah. Sometimes remember when I used to work and I'd get so stressed. I'd clap like half a gummy. Oh, I would sleep. Oh, I would sleep so nice. But other than that, I'm also not a druggy person. I'm not like a.
It's not like you.
I have needle to live.
Let me tell you this, ne? There's something that I always used to say when I used to have a job is that when you are employed, it's important that you do drugs or you drink. When you are employed, it's important. Guys, work is not nice.
Something. Yeah.
Work is not nice. Though.
Work is not nice.
Work is not nice.
But I feel like in that sense, it creates like bad habits, bro.
Yeah, it does.
Because I know niggas who can't go a weekend without drinking. If they don't drink that weekend. Hey,
it goes crazy.
On a Monday, he can't function. You can see his Proella is not happy. And yeah, man, I never wanted to be. At some point, I also got to that where I was like so stressed at work. I was hating it because they were doing so much changes, some things that annoyed me. I also needed like to do like I wouldn't sleep because I would think about the next day. I don't want to go to this nonsense. And yeah, it did get to a point as well with me as well where I'm like I'd like take gummies like 2 days in a row, where it's like I would take it like once or twice when I'm just having fun with some girl or whatever. So yeah, it does like
Gets to that
get
level.
to that level. I've never been an alcoholic person.
I've been, eh?
Yeah, I've never been. Alcohol to me, I'm lightweight. He knows one bottle, I'm up.
For you, it's just for fun, yeah.
Alcohol has always been for fun.
Finishing a whole 6-pack is not your thing.
Yeah, it's not my thing. For me, and then gummies was always for music because music sounds beautiful. Oh, it sounds it's in your ears.
Can I jump into your thingy?
Yeah.
You're talking about music sounding beautiful, right? There's this song, Jerusalem, by Nomcebo Ziwote, Master KG. Apparently, the beat, Jerusalem, is not my Master KG's beat. It's a brew who came with a laptop, and then after Master KG was done recording, he left. And then he left the brew with Unomcebo. And then that brew was like, actually, I have a beat because he didn't like the others. And then you know what people are saying in the comment? They're saying, bro produced that beat with 200 rand speakers. Now he wants to play it in Master KG's 100,000 speakers so he can hear the proper quality. That's why they clapped him. I'm like, but come on, guys. So then after that, they make the song, then Jerusalem was born, and then she was clapped, and they were also clapped. And then now people are also saying that if you are making a song with someone, and then you want to be part of the master, the royalty, you shouldn't take the feature amount. I didn't know that.
There's a fee. Yeah, like a lot of people don't know most of the stuff about music. Yeah. As when you get into music,
do those music classes, those seminars they do, Abu Sambro and everything,
do classes about music, learn how this thing works. Guys, all of us, we have TikTok now, bro. Forget about music classes. Maybe those may be. Go on TikTok right now and say,
how to own a master.
How to own your master. Simple. How does Semro work? There's probably a Bruella who has a video that's 2 minutes, 3 minutes long that explains it so well that you don't even have to like go read, because sometimes these things they make it like, have you realized
speaking is better than reading the paper.
Even like their own videos, let's say you go to Samro, they have like how-to videos, and their how-to videos are so confusing. It's so confusing. And then you go and watch one Bruella and explains it.
It breaks it down easily
in like a minute. Like, this is what this means, this is what this means, do this and that and that. If you want to be this kind of artist, dude, if you want distribution, only do this. If you want, you know what I mean? Simple. There's guys who are like that can teach you these things,
that can explain something.
Forget about taking classes or whatever. If you have to pay for them, because most of us, from the hood, probably don't even have money to ask your parent, like, hey, buy me a 250 course for music. Don't buy you that at home. But you have TikTok, you have YouTube, you have, you know what I mean? You have all these things like in your phone. Everyone has a phone, bro. People have phones from 13 years old now, even younger. My little niece, she has a little tablet. She's like 9.
You see, so you can attempt this thing on your own.
You know. So you can do these things, bro. Like, if you want to get into music, find time and learn about these things. Because they will clap at you. These brothers, they will clap at you. The royalties, they'll clap you. And the only ammo you will have is going to a Mac G's thingy podcast and complaining
still, you won't get your money.
But you still won't get your money. Sharp, you get your clicks, Mac G gets his money. Because the
What
only
about
person
you?
who gets paid is Mac G.
Mac G, because he gets the views. Another thing that I've noticed, I feel like
that's actually crazy to think about.
And the Cubs are in the level of, even if you accuse them, they don't care anymore.
Yeah, it's business.
They don't care.
And that's how they'll respond to you. Like, it's business. And frankly, they're not lying, bro. It is business. It is business.
It's a tough business.
If we're being honest, it's business.
But what happens when you invite me to studio and before you even start recording, I ask you about the master and everything, and then now the mood changes. Now it's like,
then
when it's time to jump on a song, you're like, nah. Because youngster allows to be clapped. I mean, I'm speaking up for myself. That's one of the problem. If you are smart, they gatekeep for you.
Look, man, I think everyone, it's tricky, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a gamble. I think everyone, when you're still starting off, be comfortable with the idea of being robbed. When you're still starting off, because you need
first 10 songs.
You need your name to be out there. I say it's tricky because that could also be your last hit. That also could be your last hit. You know what I mean? But you must be able to take that risk because, bro, we don't know you.
I feel like
no one knows
I
you.
feel like it's better to be robbed by a record label like Sony than to be robbed by
those
a
ones, they clap at you
wait,
even worse. Those ones.
wait. Listen, dog. At least they gave me $1 million advance, and then
You have to pay it back.
No.
They are worse, those
No.
ones.
You know you know why they are worse? It's because $1 million advance is worth 3 albums or 4 albums.
Yeah, and you can't leave until those albums are sold. And the thing is,
they own the whole
a
catalog
lot of people,
also.
to get out of those albums, they put out nonsense albums, but don't forget, putting out nonsense albums
it affects you as an artist,
your image. Niggas will say like, this one fell off. And then when you come back, they've moved on from you.
Even if it's too good.
Even if it's
niggas
good.
don't care anymore.
Chance as a rapper right now is dropping hard songs, but no one is talking about it because they've moved on.
I think his biggest wrong move, it was when he became independent and he started glazing himself for being independent.
The big day, dog.
I get that.
That's all that ruined his career.
But the industry also, I think the industry has an impact.
Yeah, it does. But dog,
he didn't drop a bang album also. The big day wasn't hitting for most people.
The thing is, bro, there's certain things they might seem silly, right? Very silly. But they can ruin your image forever. Look at how clown Donald used to get clowned. Why did we clown Donald? Dog? Let's be honest.
He was making good music.
Let's be honest. Yeah. But because he was clowned, no one ever took Donald serious. And his career never went up. It's a very silly thing, dog. Very small, silly thing. But it can ruin your career. The big day, yes, maybe after what he did, maybe there was, but the big day, till this day, if you ask what made Ulona fall off, Chance the Rapper, people will say Hot Shower Hot, that song that he had on there.
Hot Shower. Yeah. I actually like 2 songs from that whole album, and it was long, eh?
It ruined this image, that thing. Because that guy was, from Coco, I miss my Coco butter kisses too.
He was Chance the Rapper and Vic Mensa, they both fell off so bad.
Yeah.
They both has they had Rogue Nation, they had Kanye on their tab. And if you have Rogue Nation or if you have Kanye, you have access to getting even bigger artists.
You said I met Kanye West and I'm never gonna fail.
He failed though. Dog, before we close the show, women are now saying that body count only counts if you make them come.
I agree with that.
Nah.
I agree with that. You guys can operate.
No.
That's why some of these women cheat, because you guys can operate.
Yeah, I know. No, when you put it like that, you might touch somebody.
Sleep that one. Somebody's gonna get touched.
I feel like the worst things as a man, as much as being told that you have a small dick, it's that thing. If you know it's true, if she's saying it to troll you, okay. But if you know now which is true, it's a problem. And also being told you can't operate, that's another problem.
What's the one thing that a girl has ever said to me that has touched me?
I guess bro doesn't have a small nakunja.
No, I don't. I'm from Limpopo.
Yeah.
It's not Mandingo level, Mara.
But it's there.
It's
visible.
Yeah. Damn, actually, come to think of it, there isn't anything that a woman say. I think girls have just annoyed me with just like how they are. But
to me, it's mostly like disrespect.
Anything, yeah.
Just
but
disrespect.
they've never say like,
not knowing how to talk to me. That's it.
Yeah. You broke ass nigga. No, I wasn't.
I wasn't broke when I wasn't
with you. Yeah, I took you to the nicest places you wouldn't have never went.
If you tell me now you broke ass nigga,
I agree with you. But that's the thing. You don't hit me because I chose to be.
Honestly,
it's different, dog. You know what I mean?
Hey, being broke because nothing is popping for you, it's a different
It's a different chat. Where like you try it and this girl's like on your neck on some you broke ass nigga. Oh my god.
You can't even call me an Uber. Hey, Marana woman, guys.
That would hurt. Marana, nah, dog, I'm broke because I'm in a different stage. Hey, women, they like to hit you where it hurts, bro. Like just like that couple I showed you. So,
yeah.
This couple, this daughter, she comes with, to the mother and father. She asks him, she's like, "What's the one thing that I have?" She asked what she has that the mother hates. The feature that she took from the father that the mother hates, and then the father first. It was like the way you never stop talking. I'm like, okay. And then they asked the mother. The mother is like their face.
Yo, she was charged. She has to clap the father. She sacrificed
the daughter just to clap back in her husband.
Nah,
you know what I mean? Hey, some women are petty, bro. When they get petty,
bro.
they get petty.
Women are petty.
But hey, you gotta let them be, man. Like if a woman is petty and she does what she says, you gotta just let her go, man. Leave her.
It is what it is. Some things are not worth it.
Yeah, don't be out here doing these weird stuff that
there's something that this one bro once told me. He said, arguing with the woman doesn't matter if you win or lose the argument. The fact that you are arguing with the woman
is what?
You grown man arguing with a woman, dog. It's basically that, dog. Like you.
Yeah, arguing, but having a conversation.
No, having a conversation is valid, but
arguing, no.
Arguing with a woman to me is like. That's what I mean. Once you start shouting, I mize you.
It ends.
I mize you, Shem.
It ends. Because like, why are we now like getting violent? You know, my sister, because you can't win. If we're being honest,
you can't win. Yeah.
So like, why are we taking it there? You know, whether we talk properly, we go, we operate, we giggle, we laugh, we sleep.
Yo, I've learned the thing. Ne? You can't fix a fight with sex.
Nah, you can't.
No.
Nah, you can't.
No. Bro, you need to talk things out because you guys will be okay for that week, and then when next week you will remember that actually.
Oh, you mean like overall? No,
yeah.
Overall, no,
you can't.
But there's like momentary situations where like you have to operate and then sit in the morning and chat.
Now you must chat before you operate.
Okay, yeah, you must chat, but I'm saying in that moment it won't be entirely fixed. It won't be like, let's break it down this thing. Why did we argue? You know what I mean? I would be like, sorry, so I'm sorry. I loved you.
But
and then in the morning you can.
I dated this girl. Ne? She would go crazy. And then this one time she told me, she said, the reason why I actually start this fight is that our makeup sex is one of the best sex. I'm like,
bro, he's not happy in his normal sex life.
I'm like, okay.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, that's cool. But now you have to fuel everything so that we can have the best sex. Come on.
Marriage before sex? Would you ever do marriage before sex?
I have to test drive first, no.
Why?
So, okay, my chat is, I would never do marriage before sex. Hey, the world is so messed up to a point where you go against the Bible, dog.
Yeah, I'm asking you why. That's why I'm asking you why I would.
Because I'm someone who's dated before, sometimes you fall in love with a person while you haven't even slept with them. And then when you sleep with them, you be like, nah.
Yeah, but that's a you problem.
Yes, I don't want to have the you problem once I'm married.
Okay.
But it's crazy that we go against the Bible right now to satisfy ourselves.
Do you not think you can have the patience enough to... Okay, here's my chat.
Yeah.
No? Here's my chat. I think for me, it would be before we even get to that level where we talk about marriage, whatever, we need to have like an open dialogue as to compromise. You know what I mean? Because like there are certain things that maybe to you might be pleasurable, to that person might not be.
Yeah.
And we need to get to a point where we can compromise. You know what I mean? Like some stuff is crazy as hell. You know, like you
it just made me remember something in my past relationship.
Putting it in, you know what I mean? And she doesn't feel comfortable with that. Then you can't do that.
Yeah,
that's not fair to that person. You need to have an open dialogue with that person first before you get there. But
Wait.
I wouldn't mind, bro.
Marriage before sex.
I wouldn't mind. I've had sex with girls and it's, no, like sex is nice, but it's not even like the most important thing in
sometimes
my life.
The best sex it's with the girl that you would never even think of marrying. So sometimes you gotta sacrifice.
Then what's the point? What are you trying to build? Are you trying to build a sex cult? No, you're trying to build a marriage.
Sex cult is crazy.
I'm just saying. You know? So for me, it would be just that chat.
Yeah, but it's crazy how the world is built right now. Like everyone, not everyone, like 90%, they would prefer to have sex with you before they marry you.
Yeah, girls don't even want to have sex with you if they know you never had sex with anyone. Which is like crazy.
Yeah, it's like you want me to have experience.
I've seen a girl's mouth drool because of how I was telling her about other girls, like how I do. I'm like, yo, my sister, like, why are you thirsty right now?
I respect yourself.
Yeah,
I respect yourself.
You are happy. This guy's a real operator.
It's like an interview.
My sister, no ways. They must that should actually revolt you. Like, yo, dog, why are you having so much sex with so many people? You know what I mean?
Like for me, even this thing of a body count, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I take a body count too serious.
But you don't take your own ones too serious.
Nah, I've resetted.
It's like at least 70 bodies, but just because she has 3 bodies is a problem.
I saw Azania, she did a video, she had like 15 Nigerian brews behind her, and then someone commented and say, South Africa's very own Bonnie Blue.
She posted it on a
reel.
WhatsApp.
You saw it on WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then I checked it today because she posted something else on the WhatsApp. And then I didn't see it. I was like, she probably removed it because she was
wearing a lingerie and then there was 15 foreign brews behind.
Azarian Dawes is the most craziest person, guys. Yo, that girl is... But she's funny. Like some stuff she posts...
Nah, she's a funny girl.
Yeah, some stuff she posts, I'm like, yo, this is so funny. It's crazy, but it's funny, you know? It's so funny, but no, shout out to Azanian.
But yeah, man, shout out, man. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment.
Away.